If your penis no longer becomes as firm as it once did, if your energy feels completely drained and you notice yourself pulling away from intimacy, not because you want to, but because your body simply isn't reacting, then listen carefully. It might not be aging at all. Instead, it could be something much simpler and far easier to fix. A lack of three key vitamins your body is quietly begging for. I am Dr. from Mohit Kara, a specialist in men's health with more than 30 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim the energy, vitality, and sexual confidence they believed was lost forever. Here is something most doctors will not tell you. Many older men do not lack desire. What they really lack is proper circulation, stamina, and hormonal support. In most cases, the answer does not begin in a pharmacy, but right in your kitchen. Today, I will reveal which three vitamins every man over 60 needs to be taking and how these nutrients can help restore natural erections, increase testosterone, and bring your energy back to life. Stay tuned because shortly I will also disclose the most common dangerous error men make when using these vitamins and how to avoid it starting tonight. Before we go further, click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you never miss a crucial health tip made just for men over 60. If this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it does not, type 0 and tell me what I can do to make this content even more valuable for you. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. We begin with the first and often overlooked secret to restoring healthy blood flow and natural erections for men beyond 60. This is something your body used to produce easily, especially when you spent time outside in nature. However, as you grow older, the levels decline steeply, and along with them, your circulation, vitality, and overall performance diminish. I am referring to vitamin D, frequently nicknamed the sunshine vitamin, but for you, it could be the very foundation for regaining your strength and confidence. Let me explain why. Vitamin D acts as the ignition for your circulation. I still recall the first moment I sat down with a 67-year-old gentleman named Paul. He was intelligent, reflective, and profoundly frustrated. He told me, "Doc, I still want to be close to my wife, but my body just refuses to cooperate now." This quiet admission is something I have heard from hundreds of men over many years. More often than not, the starting point to reigniting that spark is not some miracle medication, it is vitamin D. This vitamin is one of the most underrated nutrients when it comes to men's health past 60. Many think of it simply as the vitamin you get from sunlight or that children need for strong bones. In reality, vitamin D plays a direct and powerful role in male vitality. It acts like a switch that allows your blood vessels to open wide and deliver oxygen-rich blood all over your body, including to the parts that define your manhood. Without it, circulation weakens, energy dwindles, and intimacy becomes much more challenging. More than 40% of older adults suffer from a lack of vitamin D. I am referring to healthy men who stay active, eat reasonably well, yet still find themselves wondering, why do I no longer feel like myself? When vitamin D levels drop, the body produces less nitric oxide, a molecule vital for healthy blood, circulation, and sexual function. This is not only about intimacy, but also impacts endurance, mental sharpness, and self-assurance. The good news is that correcting this deficiency is not complicated. Spending 15 to 20 minutes in morning sunlight, consuming more salmon, tuna, or fortified dairy products, alongside taking a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement, can dramatically improve how your body functions. I have observed patients who struggled to complete a simple walk around the block suddenly regain vitality and reconnect with their loved ones. This is not just theory, it is science, and one of the easiest ways to restore your strength. However, despite how powerful vitamin D is, it has its limits. Even if your circulation improves, your body still requires the energy to sustain and utilize that blood flow. That is where our next vitamin becomes essential. If you have ever experienced unexplained fatigue, this might unlock the energy you have been searching for. Allow me to introduce vitamin B12, also known as the energy booster. A few years ago, I treated a patient named Robert. He was 72 years old, a retired firefighter, and a devoted grandfather. Beneath his sturdy appearance, he looked exhausted. He confided, "Doc, I sleep 8 hours every night, but I still feel drained. I eat my meals, but I still feel like I am dragging through the day. My mind feels clouded and my body exhausted. When it comes time to be close with my wife, I simply do not have the energy." Robert's story stayed with me because it was so familiar yet often overlooked. What he was describing is a classic vitamin B12 deficiency, which I frequently observe in many men over 60. This vitamin is essential for producing energy. Without it, the body cannot effectively transform food into usable fuel, regardless of how well you eat or how much rest you get. Without sufficient B12, your system runs on empty. It also plays a vital role in the creation of red blood cells that transport oxygen to your muscles, brain, and yes, even your sexual organs. When those cells are deficient, everything slows down. Your endurance weakens, your concentration blurs, and you might feel disconnected from things that once brought you joy. Here is the important part: as you grow older, your capability to absorb B12 from food decreases. Even if you consume meat, eggs, or dairy, it may still not be enough. This is why many older men experience fatigue, weakness, or mental fog, even when their standard health tests show nothing wrong. The fix can be surprisingly straightforward. Enhancing B12 intake through high-quality supplements or sometimes injections administered by a doctor can significantly revive mental sharpness, physical energy, and the feeling of being truly alive. I have witnessed men transform from nodding off in the afternoon to hiking, laughing, and fully engaging with their loved ones all over again. Addressing a deficiency you never realized you had is just part of the story, because energy alone does not complete the picture. Your body also demands protection, something that reinforces blood vessels, decreases inflammation, and supports the very hormones that define manhood. This is where the third vitamin steps in. Often known as the fertility vitamin, its effects extend well beyond reproduction. Without it, your testosterone levels and blood circulation could already be in decline. Let us explore this more deeply. Vitamin E, the guardian of fertility, plays a crucial role. I recall a conversation with James, a 70-year-old retired pilot who came to my practice feeling bewildered and disappointed. He said, "Doc, I eat properly, I work out, I do everything right, yet lately I feel diminished. My drive is down, I don't recover like before, and frankly, I don't feel like a man anymore." That struck me because James was neither lazy nor careless. He was disciplined, proud, and devoted to his well-being. But he was missing something that even many physicians seldom mention. Vitamin E is much more than a fertility booster or a skin enhancer. It is a powerhouse for male health, particularly beyond the age of 60. This vitamin acts as a natural antioxidant, combating oxidative stress and inflammation that quietly damage blood vessels, hormones, and reproductive organs as aging progresses. When inflammation increases, blood flow deteriorates, testosterone declines, and energy wanes. The process is gradual but relentless, and most men remain unaware. Just like Paul, some men begin to lose their vitality over time. What makes vitamin E so crucial is its capacity to maintain the flexibility of your blood vessels and support healthy circulation. Erections depend not only on desire, but primarily on blood flow. And when blood fails to reach the necessary areas, performance declines. However, that is not the whole story. Vitamin E also boosts your body's ability to produce testosterone more effectively, which becomes especially important after 60. Low testosterone levels impact more than just intimacy. They influence your mood, drive, and overall sense of purpose. The encouraging news is that replenishing vitamin E is simple and natural. Foods such as almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard provide excellent sources. Alternatively, a high-quality, natural vitamin E supplement can help cover any deficiencies. I have personally observed men like Paul return months later, smiling, feeling more alert, stronger, and more engaged with life once again. You may now ask what occurs when these three vitamins are combined. Do they work synergistically to enhance results? The answer is yes. When used appropriately, these nutrients trigger a positive chain reaction that transforms not just your energy or erectile function, but your entire aging experience. Let us delve into how and why these three vitamins create a more powerful effect together. Years ago, I treated a patient named Robert who was 68 and a retired high school coach. He always took pride in maintaining his activity levels and mental sharpness. He had been using vitamin D for some time and then decided to add. After feeling exhausted, I began adding vitamin E once I explained its significance for testosterone. But it was only when he started taking all three vitamins regularly and in proper doses that things truly changed. I recall him entering my office one afternoon, beaming from ear to ear and saying, "Doc, I don't know what you did, but I feel like I have a completely new engine." This illustrates the strength of synergy. These vitamins do not simply function separately, they enhance and support one another. Vitamin D enhances blood flow by increasing nitric oxide production. Vitamin B boosts red blood cell creation, which aids oxygen delivery through the improved circulation. Meanwhile, vitamin E protects and nourishes the blood vessels responsible for this flow, while also helping to regulate testosterone that powers your energy and motivation. Each vitamin independently plays a role, but combined, they form what I refer to as the vitality triangle: circulation, energy, and hormonal balance working together in harmony. This is especially crucial as you get older because the body no longer recovers as quickly as before. Nutrient absorption diminishes, inflammation rises, healing slows, and any missing element can disrupt the whole system. However, when these three are balanced together, your body begins to recall its former vitality. You might notice waking up more refreshed, thinking more clearly, and reacting quicker when needed, not just physically, but emotionally as well. A renewed sense of confidence returns, and that is truly remarkable, something no prescription can achieve. Walter was no different. I have witnessed the same transformation in numerous men who commit to these nutrients and incorporate them consistently into their daily regimen. However, here is the catch: most men never experience these positive outcomes. Why is that? Because they unknowingly commit a common error that negates the very progress they seek. And if you are not cautious, you might be making this mistake yourself. Let us explore what this error is and how to correct it. The leading error most men make occurred one morning when a gentleman named Gerald entered my clinic carrying a plastic grocery bag brimming with supplements. He was 74 years old, thoughtful, well-informed, and clearly determined to improve his health. He laid the bottles on my desk and said, "Doc, I have been taking all of these for months, yet I still feel exhausted, mentally cloudy, and honestly, there has been no improvement downstairs." His voice carried disappointment, a sentiment I have heard far too often. The greatest mistake men over 60 make is believing that merely consuming supplements is sufficient. They purchase inexpensive synthetic products at discount stores or online, assuming all vitamins are identical. This is not true. The form, quality, and amount of a vitamin dictate if your body can genuinely absorb and utilize it or merely eliminate it. Consider vitamin B12 as an example. Most generic brands contain a form called cyanocobalamin, which many older men struggle to convert properly. What you want is methylcobalamin is actually the active form of vitamin B12 that your body can effectively utilize. The same concept applies to vitamin D. Although D2 tends to be less expensive, it is significantly less potent than D3. When it comes to vitamin E, synthetic variants may not provide the complete range your body requires to effectively support testosterone levels and promote healthy blood circulation. One common error is irregularly taking vitamins only once or twice a week whenever it crosses your mind. This approach will not generate lasting results. Your body functions best with consistency and routine, needing steady nourishment to rebuild energy, improve blood flow, and regulate hormone balance. This journey is about establishing a daily foundation rather than seeking an immediate fix. When Gerald switched to higher quality supplements and began using them regularly, the improvement was remarkable. Within just 1 month, he shared that his sleep had improved. He woke up feeling much more energized, and, in his own words, he felt like a man once again. This transformation was not about pushing himself harder, rather, it came from following the right methods. Now that you understand what works and which pitfalls to avoid, the next step is integrating everything into your daily life. You may be asking yourself how to make this process simple and sustainable without overcomplicating your routine. That is exactly what we will explore next. A straightforward and practical daily ritual that any man can adopt to enhance energy, performance, and overall vitality every day. Let us create your plan. 6. The daily vitality routine. When I assist older men, one of the very first questions they usually ask, a mixture of hope and uncertainty in their voice, is, "Doctor, just tell me what to do each day. I don't need anything complex. I only want something effective." That is a question I hold in high regard because at this point in life, most men are not interested in fleeting trends or gimmicks. They seek stability, clarity, a plan that helps them regain their strength. Let me share the story of Frank, a 66-year-old former carpenter who visited me after dealing with months of low energy, restless nights, and declining confidence in the bedroom. We did not transform his entire lifestyle. Instead, we created a simple yet effective routine centered around the vitamins we have discussed, and it transformed everything. Every morning, Frank began with a full glass of water and his vitamin B12 taken alongside a protein-packed breakfast. After eating, he went for a brief walk outside, just 15 minutes in the sunlight to encourage natural vitamin D synthesis. If the weather was cloudy or it was winter, he took a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement with his first meal. A handful of almonds or sunflower seeds gave him vitamin E, complemented by a splash of olive oil on his lunch salad. That was all there was to it, no drastic steps, only small, intentional decisions. Within a matter of weeks, Frank told me he had more energy to enjoy time with his grandchildren, a renewed desire to be close to his wife, and a confidence that had quietly faded over the years. He felt like himself once more, not a younger man, but a stronger and more centered version of who he had become. The truth is, you do not need countless pills or complex regimens. What truly matters is maintaining a steady rhythm, taking the proper nutrients in the correct forms, and a consistent approach. The mindset that insists I still have control over my health is powerful because you truly do. As we come to the end, I want to share one final thought that every man beyond 60 ought to hear, though few ever do. If you have ever questioned whether it is too late to feel strong, attractive, and vibrantly alive once more, the answer may astonish you. Let us explore this idea together. If you have followed along this far, allow me a moment to speak not from a medical standpoint, but as someone who has spent more than 30 years sitting with men much like you, men who have lived rich and full lives, who have labored tirelessly, raised families, and built lasting legacies. Now, they find themselves wondering, why does my body no longer feel like it once did? This question does not reveal frailty. Instead, it shows that you continue to fight, continue to seek the strength, energy, and connection that give life its true meaning. And that is something I hold in high regard. We have discussed three crucial vitamins. Vitamin D, the circulation catalyst that helps open your blood vessels and restores blood flow where it is most needed. Vitamin B12, the energy source that powers your mind, muscles, and endurance. And vitamin E, the guardian of fertility that protects your heart, supports testosterone, and ensures your system operates as it should. Yet the true strength does not lie simply in knowing their names. The real impact comes from integrating them into your daily routine. The truth is that these nutrients do much more than nourish your body. They uphold your sense of self, bolster your confidence, and affirm your presence in the world. In your relationship, being able to wake up feeling like yourself again is incredibly important. I have witnessed this transform men too many times to dismiss it. Men who thought their prime was already behind them found a renewed energy that completely shifted their lives. So, what comes next? That decision is yours. You can take the advice shared today and let it gather dust, or you can act on it purposefully. You can start giving your body the care it has been quietly demanding. Take that morning walk. Incorporate that supplement deliberately and say yes to better health and a brighter future. Here is the truth I am certain about. It is absolutely not too late, not even close. You still have the chance to grow stronger, to reconnect, and to be the man you fully know you are, boldly and unapologetically. Showing up here right now means you have already taken the crucial first step. Now, it is time to take the next one. If this video resonated with you, gave you hope, or sparked new ideas, do not keep it to yourself. Press the like button so we know this message is making an impact. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who needs to hear these words. Also, if you have a moment, leave a comment below telling me what struck you the most, or what topic you want me to discuss next. Your voice shapes this community. If you want to support the channel and help us continue producing content for men over 60, please consider making a small donation. Every contribution supports improved research, manufacturing, and connecting with more men who require this. You are not merely viewing this content, you are joining a movement, and I am grateful to have you with us. Now, look after yourself, and I will catch you in the following video.